one of our favorite collegiate swimmers, Maggie Brady, and then we're gonna end with Kyle in Iowa. So Maggie, you're up.
All right, thank you, Riley. Thank you so much. Your story is so inspiring. One question for me came up earlier. You talked about how important it is to keep moving forward, taking that next step. And I guess my question for you is, at any point, aside from the physical injury you described, but just in the normal cadence of life, did you ever hit a moment or a season where you were kind of called to be still? And I guess, did you ever face that? And how did you navigate through that? And I guess just, because I feel like I've gone through different seasons or maybe a season recently where I just felt like I was pulling back a little. And it wasn't to say that these goals are not going to happen, but it was just being okay with a season of rest and maybe receiving. Have you dealt with that? And do you have any advice?
That's an incredible question. I love the depth of that question. And I know I'm a little bit crunched on time, so I'll make this quick. What most people don't know about me is I went through a really tough divorce. I was married to another Marine. We were married for 4 years, and he was unfaithful to me for 3 of those years. And it was really, really tough. And I feel like not only physically, because I felt like I wanted to vomit every 5 days, I mentally and emotionally got punched in the gut. And I felt like, one, moving forward was very difficult. Getting out of bed was very difficult. Talking to the Lord was very difficult. Being positive, smiley Riley was very difficult 24/7 because I was putting on a facade. The Lord called me to be still in those moments and to inwardly heal. And healing only comes when you spend time with yourself and not running away from your problems or by throwing more things on your plate. I only know that because I did it. When we experience grief, tragedy, mourning, any of those things, because that bad thing's right around the corner, you rely back on your foundation. And my foundation was rooted in Christ and rooted in family, but I had just lost my family. And what did that mean going forward for me? And so I had to be still. I had to stop. I had to take a step back from some of the things that I was navigating and wanted to achieve. And I had to focus on finding myself and loving myself and healing myself, which meant time away from people, time away from my phone, a little bit of drawing back. I was still in the gym, but my workouts didn't have the same intensity because I didn't have it in me. And the one thing I will tell people, and I say this all the time in my testimony, I didn't want to get out of bed. I was broken, but I kept moving forward. It wasn't easy. Sometimes moving forward meant other people walking alongside me and taking me there with them. But I had to keep going and I had to keep fighting that. And day after day, it got a little bit easier. Some days I went 5 steps back. I just kept moving forward, which ultimately led me to heal myself, which means I can talk about it. And now I want to help women who are divorced realize that they are enough and that they are seen and they are valued and there's nothing wrong with you. And to create and foster love where there was a lot of brokenness.
Well, thank you for being so vulnerable and authentic. Appreciate it. Thank you.